Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the 18th day of our journey to awesomeness. I'm not driving today, and we're going to kind of pick up where we left off yesterday when we were talking about forgiveness. And I'll give you a little update about getting out of a down day yesterday, too, and something that really helped me out. So when we kind of left off, I had challenged you to document one piece of forgiveness that you were going to grant. Develop a date certain for that, meaning an absolute date that you were going to do it, and I'm hoping that you took that seriously, and I'm hoping that as early as today you actually granted that forgiveness and gave yourself that freedom from whatever that was that you were carrying around. And today I want to talk about a little bit. There are three parts really, and they're very closely related parts of the forgiveness equation. There is the, my special guest is leaving. All right, goodbye, Sydney. There are three parts to the forgiveness equation. And one of those is the internal granting of forgiveness, that freedom, that relief that you receive when you say, you know what, I'm just not going to bring this up again. It's not going to come in play. There's another part of it of you asking someone for forgiveness. It's, you kind of owning what you did, your piece of something, and asking somebody that, that maybe you hurt, maybe you wronged, maybe you disappointed, let down, and just saying, look, I'm sorry, will you forgive me? And asking openly for that forgiveness. Now, the third part is kind of a combination of both of those. And that is that when somebody asks you for forgiveness, that granting of it. It's that, you come to me with humility, you come to me in being sorry, and I respect that immensely. So absolutely I forgive you. There is no doubt in my mind I forgive you. But all three of those are very solemn transactions. Two of them are solemn promises. One you make to the world and the universe, the other you make to an individual. The other one is a very solemn request where you're asking for your own forgiveness piece. One of the strange disconnects that I've seen over the years, and I've actually got to witness it a lot, is many times the people that want and ask for forgiveness to be let off the hook most tend to be the ones that struggle giving it quite a bit. And I guess what I'd ask you to think about are you one of those people that carry around and haul around a lot of baggage and a lot of stuff and don't grant that forgiveness, but yet are you the one that wants it, needs it, expects it, maybe in some cases from others? There has to be some harmony and some linkage there. You can't just be the one that asks for it and never grants it. So here's where a couple of things I'm going to challenge you at moving forward with our forgiveness journey. Now I'd like you to expand your list of things to forgive, and I'd start to ask you to look at some very deep inside things, and the one that's maybe the toughest, find some things to forgive yourself about. Did you have a tough day? Did you let someone down? Did you wrong somebody? Did you speak badly of someone? Did you, just plain and simply do something poor? Or did you not meet your own expectations? Put something on that list to grant yourself forgiveness, and list also when you're going to let yourself off the hook for that. And grant yourself that freedom just as much as you grant anybody else that freedom from having it impact your interactions with them as well. Now, I also mentioned that I was going to give you a little bit of an update of my tough day yesterday, too. That was a Marco Rubio moment, by the way. I was very open and transparent about having a difficult day. Got out of it, began getting out of it last night, but I got to tell you, you know what I needed? What I needed was the jump start of having an accountability partner, of having somebody close to me that is absolutely positively unafraid to speak the truth to me, truth that I might not want to hear, truth that I might not want to acknowledge or own, but truth that is truth. And it was that little kick in the pants today, or 2x4 to the head, or whatever you want to say, that really was kind of the final repair of where I was, because I was still dragging around some little hurt pieces into today, even though I'd gotten the big ones moved off and was doing fine with that. It really did take that jolt from my accountability partner. So my final little challenge for you, and I mentioned this very early in our journey too, is try to find somebody. And I'm not going to define who that somebody is because it often transcends normal relationship boundaries. But find that one somebody who is unafraid to tell you the truth, speak the truth to you when you need it, when you ask for it, when you solicit it. Hopefully somebody that'll do it in kindness and love to you with not a malice intent. And find that person, because when you're having those difficult days, or maybe you're struggling with this concept of forgiveness, or even knowing that you have things to forgive, that feedback and input that you get from that person, absolutely positively priceless. Now, we got a couple more days that we're going to talk about forgiveness, and then we're going to move into some other really, really powerful pieces to our 40-day journey to awesomeness. Have a great Monday, everybody, and I look forward to talking to you tomorrow while I'm on the road to Oregon.